Imagine a superstar fullback, barely out of his teens, thrust into fatherhood and fame, only to watch his young family shatter under the spotlight's glare. Then, in a twist that could rewrite his legacy, he drops to one knee in the pouring rain, begging for a second chance as lightning cracks overhead. Reece Walsh, the Broncos' electric wizard, faces off against the woman who gave him his heart's greatest gift, their daughter Leila, in a midnight plea that ends not in embrace, but in 3 devastating words that echo like a final siren. Is this the redemption arc NRL fans have craved, or the final nail in a love story doomed by the game's ruthless grind? Hang on tight, because this saga of speed, heartbreak, and hidden fire is about to sprint straight into your soul. If that lightning bolt of drama just jolted you awake, smash subscribe and notifications for Aussie NRL updates, your pulse-pounding pulse on every try, tackle, and tear in the league. Let's charge into the chaos. Reece Walsh burst onto the NRL scene like a comet tailing fire, his blistering pace and cheeky flair turning heads from Brisbane to the world stage. But behind the neon-lit tries and Clive Churchill glory lay a boy thrust into manhood far too soon. At just 18, with the ink barely dry on his debut dreams, Reece learned Freda was carrying their child, a bombshell that hit harder than any defensive wall. Their worlds collided in a whirlwind of youthful passion and uncertainty, Leila arriving in March 2021 as a tiny beacon amid the Broncos' budding storm. Freda, fierce and grounded, became the anchor in Reece's whirlwind life, navigating nappies and night feeds while he dodged defenders and doubters. Social media glowed with their story, candid snaps of family barbecues, Leila's first giggles echoing through posts, a portrait of young love defying the odds. Reece doted endlessly, whisking his girls to beaches and Broncos training, his Instagram a shrine to fatherhood's raw joy. Yet, cracks spiderwebbed silently beneath the surface. The league's glare intensified rumors of temptations, the pressure of premiership chases clashing with colic cries. By early 2023, whispers turned to silence, Freda vanished from his feed, photos scrubbed like ghosts at dawn. Daily Mail broke the split in May, revealing a fracture that may have lingered for a year, heart splintered by distance and the game's unyielding toll. Reece threw himself into footy, tries piling up like armor, but Leila remained his North Star, game day companion in tiny Broncos gear. Co-parenting became their fragile bridge, tense handoffs at parks masking deeper wounds. Fans speculated wildly, had fame fractured them forever? Or was this just halftime in a longer match? As the 2025 season dawned with Reece's star ascending, destiny scripted a reunion no one saw coming, one that would test if old flames could reignite or merely flicker out in the premiership confetti. October 7, 2025, etched itself into NRL lore not just for the Broncos' miraculous 26-22 grand final heist over the Storm, but for the tender tableau unfolding in its afterglow. Reece, metal gleaming like a captured sun, scooped Leila onto the hallowed turf at Accor Stadium, sliding a premiership ring onto her tiny finger amid swirling gold dust, a moment that melted even the hardest journo's heart. But the real magic? There, beaming in the frame Freda posted on Instagram, stood the ex who once held his world. Their embrace around Leila spoke volumes, unspoken, no stiff co-parent nods, but genuine smiles cracking through years of frost. Whispers rippled through the sheds, had the wind thawed the ice? Freda, ever the quiet force, shared glimpses of their blended life post-split, solo mom adventures with Leila, from beach days to braid sessions, her TikToks a testament to resilience forged in quiet strength. Reece, in rare vulnerability, gushed to mates about Leila's unbridled joy fueling his finals fire, hinting at regrets buried under highlight reels. The league buzzed. Was this mere family civility, or sparks of something more? Pundits pored over pixels, dissecting every shared glance for reconciliation clues. Yet, as celebrations faded, shadows crept back. Late October brought leaks of turmoil. Reece, haunted by what-ifs, penned a midnight apology text to Freda, raw words spilling regrets over lost nights and league-lost priorities. Sources say he poured out his soul, vowing change, family first in a world that devours the weak. Her reply? A gut-punch trio of syllables that left him reeling in the downpour outside her door, words so sharp they sliced through the clickbait headlines like a Walsh sidestep. What were they? Fans clawed for details, but the veil held tight. As Reece prepped for Ashes duty with the Kangaroos, the air thickened with possibility. Could this plea bridge the chasm, or widen it into an uncrossable gorge? The plot veered wildly, pulling hearts in every direction. And here's where the storm truly breaks. November's chill air carrying echoes of that shattered text, as Freda steps into the light with a poise that commands silence. No tear-streaked tell-alls from her, instead, empowering posts celebrating solo triumphs, Leila's laughter a soundtrack to her unbowed spirit. Reece, meanwhile, channels the ache into annihilation on the field, his Origin 3 masterclass a blur of vengeance-fueled velocity that leaves England in ruins. Teammates whisper of late-night heart-to-hearts, the fullback confessing how fatherhood's fire both saved and scorched him. Flash to a rainy eve in Brisbane suburbs. Reece, cap pulled low, waits at Freda's gate, words tumbling like the torrent, promises of presents, of trading spotlight scraps for supper-time stories. She listens, eyes steel over softened edges, then delivers the dagger, 3 words that hang like thunder. Not "I forgive you" nor "let's try again," but something fiercer, a boundary drawn in indelible ink, shattering illusions of easy comebacks. Leaked fragments hint at not this time a refusal laced with love's lingering ache, prioritizing Leila's stability over rekindled risks. The NRL world erupts, forums flame.